really good game.
Like I said to Martinelli.
Hello, Antonio. Nice to see you again.
Hello, good afternoon.
It's gone through Laporte. Rodri!
Dieser Lewandowski-Auftritt sorgt für Wirbel.
Looks like you lost another one.
Welcome, good evening, and a pleasant one to all of you guys. Yeah, it's the Little Football Show, and I'm just gonna be quickly doing some analysis show on in terms of the first training session of Tenhag, and there's a lot of noticeable things I saw in the short span video that was uploaded online. On our first training session. But yeah, man, hope you guys are doing good, man. I know we've got the load shedding and stuff happening right now in the country. I'm just lucky to be able to put this video out, and it's just unfortunate that it's affecting us in this country and it's not affecting anyone else. So a lot of content will be uncertain, and it's not just on my side, it's for a lot of people. But excuses aside, I said that this show, or basically should I say this show, is all about the three things rather that I noticed in Ten Hag's first training session at Manchester United. Once again, welcome to the show. And if those who are joining in just now, smash the like button, subscribe, to my channel. I'm on YouTube. It's Little Football on YouTube. Just, all you have to do is just, click on that subscribe button, and that's it, guys. But yeah, man, I'm going to analyze the three new things I noticed in Ten Hag's first training session. And obviously the first thing that I've noticed, it's De Gea and Henderson and Tom Heaton. All three keepers did more ball work, with their feet than anything else. They've been doing more ball work, and I think it's to emphasize the fact that Ten Hag is trying to, trying to implement the style of play whereas the goalkeeper has to be good with the ball and at his feet. So, that's the main requirement in modern day football today. So that's the most very important thing that I noticed. That's the first thing I noticed from the training. It was less on the hands, usually when it comes to keepers and keepers in training, like they usually do a lot of handwork, they'll probably do more saves, and someone will kick the ball to them and then they'll try and save it, and it was refreshing to see that small aspect is actually changing, with the likes of Solskjaer and with guys like Jose Mourinho. I felt like there was nothing there. Like in terms of training, it was rigid. Like it was rigid, and it was old fashioned in a way. Solskjaer never worked on the keepers distributions or improving the keeper's footwork on the ball, and it was like, what are we doing? You want to play from the back, but you're not even working on De Gea or anyone else's aspect of being able to play the ball from the back. So for me, that's the most important thing that I saw. The second one is the passing drills that they were doing. The passing drills, people say, it's basic training. Yeah, it may be for other teams, but not for Manchester United. You get what I'm saying? So for us to see that intense ball, that the passing drill that was done with intensity, and it was always emphasized. I saw him shouting and saying, do it quicker, do it quicker. So for me, it shows that that one aspect is going to improve, us our quick passing game, because that's what he's trying to implement into the team, is the fact that You know, he wants to see players move the ball a lot more quicker. We've always complained about this at Manchester United, that players tend to play the ball too slow. By the time we get to the opposition's half, there's already 10 men behind the ball. So you're not really going to catch them off guard. But when you look at the best teams, when they attack the ball very, like the passing movements are very quickly and very precise. So that's what Ten Hag was working on in his first training. That's another aspect. The third one that I noticed is the keepers being involved a lot more in the overall play of the game. So basically, where you used to see keepers being separated from the main players, as now the goalkeepers are now training with the main players, which is another aspect that people overlooked. Because if you're having keepers training a lot more with the main players, it ultimately improves their confidence on the ball. So meaning that you can play the ball from the back using your goalkeepers. I never understood why Solskjaer overlooked this simple aspect. Whereas if you're trying to build from the back, you have to have a keeper that's good with the ball. And if you don't have a confident keeper who's good with the ball, what's the point of trying to play the ball from the back? I never understood that. That's why we always made mistakes. That's why we never could truly build from the back. It has to start from the goalkeeper. It can't start from anywhere else. It's not going to start from a defender. Goalkeeper still has to pass the ball to the defender. If the keeper is unsure of doing so, what's the point? And another thing that it helps with is the distribution, because distribution in the modern day world of football is very vital in starting attacks. You know, you could start a counter attack, just through a distribution of a keeper. I saw that with Itumeleng Nkune at Kaizer Chiefs when he was still in his prime. His distribution was out of this world. So Alex actually lauded him for that when Man United came in and played Kaizer Chiefs in South Africa. So, I mean, those are the small aspects. You know, people say this is basic training. Like I said, Man United were not seeing these things. Like, we were wondering what were these coaches doing actually? What were these coaches trying to implement? Because we're not seeing it in training. In training, we're just seeing people run. Everyone runs in training, you know. And so this short pass drills that we're seeing and that were done with such precision and with pace is a very important thing that I've noticed. And so, yeah, man, I mean, that was just me laying out my views in terms of the training that I saw, like the smallest things that a lot of people overlook most of the time. And it only bodes well for Man United. You know, we always come here, we're always negative. You know, I can't remember how many videos I did where I was positive. All of them were all negative. There's only one that I did, and that was Ten Hag's arrival. That was the only positive video I ever did on this channel. So I'm just glad that we actually have coaches for a change that know how to coach, that you can see that something's going to come out of this. You know, it may improve even the current players that we wanted gone, which is very, very relieving. You know, I'm relieved in a way, but at the same time, we still got a long way to go. You know, besides that, obviously, aside from the topic and obviously what we're discussing right now in terms of the three things I noticed, which I already stated. If you join in the video right now, you can always go back and start the video all over, man. It won't kill you guys. But obviously, Frankie de Jong, you know, I'm not a guy with transfers who likes announcing transfers and do videos on those. I said that before. With the Frankie de Jong, you know, the latest update is that they've agreed a fee. So if they agreed a fee, apparently it's 55 million pounds, and it's actually 65 million euros. So Frankie de Jong and Man United, that deal is very close. The only thing that now is being discussed is our personal terms, and that deal is, like I've said, that I've came on this show 2 weeks ago and I said this deal was done while everyone was losing their mind and saying what is happening with transfers. I said this guy's that deal was literally done. I feel like it was more or less Barcelona having to announce, having to whatchamacallit, like they had like this sort of thing where in La Liga on the 30th of June, where they had to release their financial statements and to see if they adhere to the rules that their wages meet the wage cap that the league has set. So I feel like Barcelona are waiting for that. But that deal is done. Man United are now looking at also Malaysia. Malaysia plays at left back for Feyenoord. He also participated. Feyenoord were in the final at the UEFA Conference League, and he played against Roma in that final. He's 23. He's 22, turning 23. Very quick left back, knows how to cross. Clearly, tenhag hasn't let go of his his obsession with this player, because he actually liked him even when you are still coaching Ajax. So, I mean, a left back for 15 million euros. I mean, why not? Those are the kind of deals that we want to see Man United do. And I'm just saddened that they had to wait for a club to bid for him before they try to eject this move. So we'll see. But apparently, the bid has been placed. Feyenoord have accepted this bid, and now they're just waiting for the player to make a decision whether he comes to. If he makes the decision to say that he wants to come to Man United, then he's gone. He's coming to us. So there could be two easy deals that are done in a short space of time. This is why I never truly understood when people said that we can't do 5 transfers, we can't do 6 transfers. I've seen us do about 6 to 7 or 8 transfers before, and that was like in Van Gaal's first season. We did about 6 or 7. People forget this, so it's not really unrealistic to demand about 4 or 5. And I personally think that a perfect window would be five signings. So if you can do these 2 right now, because we're going to preseason very soon in July. So if we can do these 2 transfers with Frankie de Jong, with Malaysia, as well as maybe get Eriksen on a free, and then we get 3 of them going into preseason is very vital. It's very vital in how we want to play, and in also making sure that they get accustomed to the team, they get accustomed to the system that we want to play, and the players around them. Because if you want to integrate players, you'd rather want to do it during preseason than doing it during when the season starts, when the official season starts. So it's very vital that we get at least 3 players in before we go on preseason camp and playing these preseason games. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, man, guys, I mean, those were my analysis in terms of what I saw in Ten Hag's first training session. So I mean, like I say, guys, do best, hit the like button, leave a comment. Yeah, man, this was the Little Football TV analysis show. Obviously, I'll be back on Friday. Hopefully load shedding doesn't be a bum about it. This country, we're really dealing with a lot in this country right now. But hopefully, we have a show on Friday. I'll be back on Friday with Boogerman TV as we're gonna have a bit of a Red Talk session. But yeah, man, guys, do have yourselves a lovely evening. Try and keep warm. It's winter season here in South Africa. So yeah, shout out to you guys and have a lovely evening.